Hello my dear students, this is Akash SD. Welcome to the ASD physics classes. Hope so you all are doing really great. So students, in this video we are going to solve the questions based upon the graph like position time graph, velocity time graph, acceleration time graph, even velocity position and acceleration position graph also. Okay, basics we have learnt in a previous video, but in this video we are going to solve the questions that is came in a NEET and JEE exam. Okay, so let's start the video. So here you can see this question came in a NEET 2022 exam, important for the JEE also. Graph is here, okay, but let's go through the question. So the question is the displacement time graph of two moving particles making angles of 30 degree and 45 degree with the x-axis as shown in the figure. Okay, they are asking the ratio of their respective velocity. Now, so this is the graph. In the question, first they are telling angle 30 degrees. So this one I will take 1 and this one I will take 2. Now, and this is which graph? This is the displacement time graph and we want the velocity. So how to get the velocity from the displacement time graph? We should know the slope. Why? Because we know that here V equal to dx by dt. That means the slope of a position time graph, or we can tell slope of displacement time graph, will give us a velocity. And what is this? Slope means a tan theta. Okay, so here if I talk about here in a question, so we can write here V1 by V2 is equal to, for the first one, how much angle you can see? 30 degree, is it? So we can write here 30 degree. For second one, how much angle? See, angle always anti-clockwise, is it? So this will come here tan 45 degree. Tan 30 degree, we know 1 by root 3. Tan 45 means 1. That means what is coming here? 1 by root 3. So can you check any option 1 by root 3? Yes. The correct option is here. Option D is the answer. Is it? Very, very basic question is here. Is it? Now we'll go to the next one. So see here. Now the next question came in a JEE 2023 exam, important for the NEET also. So see here, you can see the velocity time graph is given. Is it? So let's go through the question. The velocity time graph of a body moving in a straight line is shown in figure. This is a figure. The ratio of displacement to the distance traveled by the body in time 0 to 10 seconds. Is it? They are asking ratio of displacement to distance. So here you should know that displacement is the vector quantity. Upward area will be positive, downward area will be negative. Similarly, not similarly actually, the distance is a scalar quantity in the opposite way. And here what will happen that here, up area, down area, all will be positive. Is it? How to do it here? So remember that here students, first what we are going to do, we are going to calculate here the areas. Now, so let's take this area. This area I have taken here A1. Now, this area A2. Is it? This area A3 and this area I have taken A4. Is it? So first let's calculate these values one by one. So what is the A1? A1 means you can see very well just like a rectangle. This is 2, this is 8. Rectangle means length into breadth area, is it? So this is 2, this is 8. So 8 into 2, how much is coming here? 16. Unit, remember that here for area means we have to multiply the unit of the axis. So here what is this? On the x-axis, time is there. Second, on the y-axis, velocity is there, meter per second. So second and second cancel. Unit will be in a meter. Area we are calculating, but unit in a meter, because this is which graph? Velocity time graph. Is it? After that, if we talk about here the second area, na, this area. So here also you can see this is 2 and this is 4. So 2 into 4, how much here? 8. Only magnitude we are writing here, 8 meter. After that here, if we talk about here the A3 how much here? See here students here, 4 to 8. That means this is 4. And this is how much here? This is 4. So this is also 4. So 4 into 4, how it is coming here? 16 meter. Is it? Similarly, if we talk about here the next area, A4. A4 how much here students? If we will talk about here, see, this is 8 to 10. That means this is 2. And here anyhow 4. So this is also 4. So 4 into 2, how much here? This is also coming 8 meter. Is it? So we have calculated all the areas A1, A2, A3, A4. Now after that what we have to do here? We have to take here the ratio. Distance to displacement to distance. Is it? So here displacement by down distance here. Is it? So what I told you? Displacement is the which quantity? Vector quantity. Upward area positive. So which area is positive? A1 plus A3 positive. Which area negative? Downward negative. Minus A2 minus a4, is it? But for distance, all areas are positive, okay? So we can write here a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus a4. Very easy, is it? So when we write here, what will come here? Kindly see here. a1 plus a3. So see here, this a1 and a3, 16 and 16. So 16 plus 16, 32, is it? a2 and a4 we have to subtract it. So see here, 8 and 8, 16, and anyhow when you will write here minus 8, it will become here minus 16, is it? And after that here all the areas we have to add. So anyhow here this is 32 plus 16. What is coming? Kindly see, 32 minus 16, 16. 32 plus 16, 48. And 16 by 48, how much here? 1 by 3. Is it? So displacement to distance ratio will be how much here? It will be 1 by 3. So which option is there? 1 by 3. You can see very well. The correct option is here option D. Is it? Very, very important question. Very important for the NEET also. Is it? Great. Now students, let's see this question. The question is what? See here. If the velocity time graph has the shape AMB here, what would be the shape of corresponding acceleration time graph? So this is the given graph and these options we have available. Okay. So here we have to remember that here one thing. Now, so if we talk about here A to M, is it? Let me talk about here A to M. So A to M, you can see here one straight line is there and this represents what? This represents uniform acceleration. Whenever velocity time graph is inclined straight line, that represents uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means a constant acceleration, but it may be positive, it may be negative. Okay, so remember that here if we talk about this angle. Now let's take this angle alpha. So this angle is what? Obtuse angle. So if I talk about A to M means acceleration, A to M means, okay, A1, we can write here tan alpha. Is it? Alpha is obtuse angle. That means anyhow slope will be negative, acceleration will be also negative. Is it? Similarly, if I talk about here M to B, where to where? M to B. Let's take acceleration is A2. Now here slope always anti-clockwise angle. Let's take here beta. Is it? So A2 will be how much here? Tan beta. And acute angle. So here what will happen that here? Acceleration will be uniform but positive. Is it? So if we talk about here in this situation, students, so see here, if I draw here the graph, this is acceleration, this is time. Is it? And let me take here like this here. So what is happening that here? A to M, uniform acceleration but negative. That means negative means in this way, like this. Is it? Similarly, if we talk about here where to where, M to B, what will happen that here? Uniform acceleration but positive, like this here. Is it? And anyhow, okay, like this actually the practically it is not possible, but okay, ideally we can draw this vertical line here. No, but practically this vertical line is not possible. So which graph is similar to this graph? If you will check the options and all that here, the correct option is here, option B is the answer. Is it? So slope is the important for the velocity time graph. Even I can tell from A equal to dv by dt. Slope of velocity time graph will give us acceleration. Okay, great. Now students, let's go to the next question. JEE 2021. Okay, so see here. The velocity displacement graph. Which graph? Velocity displacement graph of a particle is shown in figure. This is the graph. The acceleration displacement graph of the same particle is represented by, and here we have the four options. Is it? So whenever it is coming to the velocity position graph, we know the equation. What is the equation we know to calculate the acceleration? V into dv by dx. Is it? So if we use this formula, we'll get the answer. But anyhow, to apply this formula, we need this equation of straight line. Okay. So remember that here what will happen that here, students? You can see it very well. Here this what is this? This slope will be negative. Why slope will be negative? Because which kind of angle is this? If I talk about the alpha, so this angle is the obtuse angle and anyhow slope will be negative. Is it? So here what will happen that here, remember that here this is x naught, this is v naught, and you know tan means opposite by adjacent, slope is negative. So what will happen that here, if I write here the equation y equal to mx plus c. What is the equation here, students? Remember that here y equal to mx plus c. This is the equation. Now along y-axis what is this? Along y-axis v is there, so v equal to slope m, how much here? Negative slope. Okay, and opposite by adjacent, so negative, and here minus v naught by x naught. Along x direction, x is there, plus interception, how much here? Positive interception, this v naught. No? Along the vertical direction, along the vertical axis, what is the interception? V naught here. Okay, so this is the equation. What is the velocity equation? Remember that here v equal to minus v naught by x naught into x plus v naught here. Is it? In some other way also, if you know mathematics, you can write the straight line equation. That's not a problem. Okay, students. So after that, what we are going to do? We are just going to use this here. Now, so see here, students. As we know that here, we have got here, what is this? Minus v naught by x naught. Now, minus v naught by x naught into x plus v naught. Is it? And after that here, a, what we know, a equal to v into dv by dx. We have to solve this, then only we can come to know. Okay. So what is the v here? Let me write here, see. Minus v naught by x naught into x plus v naught into d by dx of this one here. Minus v naught by x naught into x plus v naught here. Is it? Now what will happen that here, students? This will be as it is. Minus v naught by x naught into x plus v naught into, after let's see here, d by dx of, if we'll do here the d by dx of this thing here. Is it? So I hope so you know very well here, d by dx of minus v naught by x naught into x will come what here? This will come minus v naught by x naught, because d by dx of x how much here? 1. Is it? V naught is the constant value, so d by dx of v naught how much here? 0. Is it? So this is the thing here. Now after that, students, when I will multiply here, so what a will come here? We can write here, just send a minus v naught here, so it will come here, see here, v naught square by x naught square into x. Is it? Because minus minus will become plus. Now after that, plus minus minus v naught square by x naught here. Is it? So this is the acceleration here. Now, so students, if we will compare this equation, this equation you can see a power 1 x power 1. Anyhow, this is the equation of a straight line. Okay. So if I will compare here, see here, y equal to mx plus c. So what will happen that here, students? Along vertical direction acceleration is there. Here slope. If I talk about the slope how much here? V naught square by x naught square here. How much here? V naught square by x naught square. Anyhow, positive slope here. Okay. And if we talk about here the interception on the y-axis, so see what is coming here, see here, minus v naught square by x naught. Is it? So by seeing this equation, we have to remember that here, what will happen that here, if this is a, this is x, what will happen? The slope will be positive, but interception will be negative. Okay. And you know how it will be possible here, students? Remember that here like this. The line should go like this here. Is it? So only what will happen that here, remember that here, students, this slope, let's take here alpha, which one? Acute angle. Acute angle, and slope positive. Is it? And anyhow, this interception along the y direction, what is this? Negative. So remember that this kind of graph we required. No? A versus x graph should be this kind of graph here. Okay. So if we see here that kind of graph here, you can see very well here. Only option C is there, that is matching with this kind of graph. Only you have to extend it somewhat like this here. Okay, students. So I hope so. This question is also very clear to you. Is it? Great. Because velocity versus position graph is there. Now students, let's see here. This question, JEE 2018 question, important for the NEET also. Okay, so see here. All the graphs below are intended to represent the same motion here. One of them does it incorrectly. Pick it up. Okay, so 4 graphs are there. They are representing the same kind of motion, but one is the incorrect, that we have to pick it up. Okay. So what we are going to do here, as the velocity time graph is very common, so first I am going to start with this one here, velocity time graph here. Is it? So what will happen that here, students, remember that here velocity time graph is there now, this slope. Anyhow, let's take here angle alpha. So what will happen that here, if I write here the slope m equal to tan alpha, obtuse angle, that means anyhow what will happen that here, the m is going to be negative, slope is negative, that means what will happen that here, students, acceleration will also come negative. Okay. So if I draw here the acceleration time graph for this, what will happen that here, a here, t here. Okay. And how the graph will be there, remember that here, uniform like this it should go, but anywhere acceleration time graph is there, it is not here now, so that is not working out here. Now after that here, let's take for example, if I talk about here the which one, students, okay, position time graph. So you know very well here what is there, the velocity is okay, see here please, velocity, acceleration is uniform and velocity is changing in equal interval of time. Okay. And even you can see very well, this is the equation of the straight line also. Okay. So if I write here the, for example, equation, I can write here, see, this v equal to, let's take here interception is v naught here, for example. Is it? Interception v naught here. Is it? So and slope is positive, so I can write here, see, V equal to mt plus V naught here. Can we tell very well? V equal to mt plus V naught. M is the slope, positive, and t is the anyhow time, and V naught is the intersection from y equal to mx plus c. Okay, students. So after that, what is happening that here? If I write here the position, is it? So students, if I write here the position is given here. Remember that here integration of dx equal to v into dt. Okay, so I can write here x equal to, just put the value of v, is it? So what this will come here, see, mt plus v naught into dt. So it will come here, see, m integration of t dt, t square by 2 plus anyhow v naught t here. If in case like this. Now, so what is coming here? You can see very well here, students, here, x equal to mt square by 2 plus v naught t, is it? So from here you remember that here one thing, you can see x power 1, but the maximum power of t, how much here? 2. That means the position versus time graph should be what? Position versus time graph should be, students, a parabola, is it? So if we talk about here, let's take for example 0 to t1, is it? So if I talk about here 0 to t1, what is happening that here? Even if we see from another point also, see, the velocities keep on, what is happening that here? Velocity is positive but keep on decreasing. So here also what will happen that here, students, if you see from the slope also, okay? So if you draw here the tangent, you can see the slope is also keep on decreasing. And at point t1, what will happen that here? The velocity is 0, the line will be horizontal, the angle will be 0 degree, slope will be 0. After that, what will happen that here, students, here? See, the velocity is increasing, but in which direction? Velocity is getting negative and negative, is it? So here what will happen that here, students, here? For that, here we have to see slope like this here, is it? Slope, because we know v equal to dx by dt here, is it? And here what is the slope here? You can see here the slope is the negative, because obtuse angle here, obtuse angle. No? And here you feel talk about here, see here you talk about the slope here. Not going actually the proper, no, because it should be tangent like that. No? See here, like this tangent. Here you can see this angle alpha. So here you can see from 0 to t1, the slope will be positive because alpha acute angle, you can see velocity is positive, is it? After that, what is happening that here, if I talk about here t1 to t2 up to this here. So here what is happening that here, velocity is negative. So here also what is happening that here, students, here, velocity is negative because which kind of angle? Obtuse angle, is it? So option D and option C represents the same thing. And you know very well, acceleration is the uniform. That means what we can tell, one more thing here, whenever the acceleration is the uniform, equations of motion will be valid here. So you can see here, v square equal to u square plus 2ax here, is it? And here, which kind of acceleration here? Negative acceleration, na? A will be negative. So I can write here, students, here, v square equal to u square minus 2ax. Why minus 2ax? Because acceleration is the negative. So students, if we talk about here velocity versus position graph. So see here velocity power 2, position power 1. That means this is also what? Parabola. Okay. So here you can see velocity versus position graph is also parabola open towards negative x-axis. That means this is also correct. A also correct, C also correct, D also correct. But this one, this distance time graph does not represent the same motion. That means what is the correct option here? The correct option is here, option B is the answer, because they are asking which one is not representing, which one is incorrect. Okay. So which one is the correct option here? The correct option is here, option B is the answer. Is it? Great. Now students, let's see this question here. No? Very important question. See, asked in a JEE 2017 exam. Now so see here, a body is thrown vertically upwards. Which one of the following graphs correctly represent the velocity versus time is? Is it? Very, very standard question. So see the students here. One body is this. We have thrown with some velocity. Let's take here, for example, v naught. Actually, it used to be the u, but okay, I am just writing v naught. So what will happen to the students here? When the body will keep on go up. Now let's take here, for example, here time is t equal to 0. And at the highest point reaching time is time of ascent or descent, going up. That means time of ascent. At this time, what is happening that here, students, here velocity will become 0. Is it? We are doing everything in the absence of the air. After that, what will happen that here, just for the representation purpose, we can tell here the particle will come back here. Just for the representation we are doing here. Okay. And here what will happen that here, again in the absence of air, again it will strike with the velocity, same speed v naught, but velocity is different. Why? Because velocity is a vector quantity, direction opposite. So let's take for example here, students, here this side I have taken plus, this side I have taken minus, this sign convention. So you can see very well, students, here during the time of ascent, what is happening that here the velocity will keep on decrease, and at the highest point velocity will be how much here? 0. Which velocity? Positive velocity. Okay. So see here, from where to where the velocities keep on decreasing. Here velocity is decreasing, here velocity is decreasing, here increasing. So anyhow, this C is not possible. Maybe A, B and C is possible, because velocity decreasing, we can write as C, time of ascent. Here time of ascent, here also time of ascent. Is it? So any possibility for A, B and D. After that, you think what will happen that here? After time of ascent, the time taken by the body to come down is called time of descent. So time of ascent plus time of descent is total called time of flight. So TA plus TD. So what will happen that here? In a time of flight, that means T, what is happening that here? Velocity is increasing because the body is going down. Acceleration is also downward, is it? So velocity will increase. But in which direction? Opposite direction. Because which sign? Negative sign. So see here, students, here you can see velocity is, what is happening that? The velocity is just going like this here, is it? But here what is happening that here? Here you think even this graph is also wrong. Why? Because at one specific time, two velocities is not possible. What I'm telling, at one specific time, two velocities is not possible. Is it? Like here, plus V, minus V at the same time, not possible. Is it? So anyhow, this equation, this is also wrong here. Na? This option is also wrong. So it left with option A and option B. Is it? So but velocity in which direction? Negative direction, na? Downward. So which option is correct here? The correct option is here option A. Is it? And you can see very well, students, here even acceleration is the uniform. Na? Because inclined straight line, uniform acceleration, A equal to, now if from according to this situation we can write A equal to minus G, because downward I have taken here negative. So velocity time graph is this one. This graph, remember that here this graph is wrong, but if I talk about here speed time, what I'm telling that here, students, speed time. Speed is the which quantity? Speed is the which quantity? Scalar quantity. So what will happen that here, from here to here, what will happen that here, students? 0 to time of ascent, speed will decrease, it will become 0. Then after that, scalar quantity. So when it will come down, what will happen that speed will increase. But anyhow, we can take the same sign. So like this here, time of flight. So velocity time graph is this one, speed time graph is this one. Okay, can you remember that here? So correct option is here, students. Option A is the correct answer here. Is it? Great. Now students, after that here, if we talk about here the next question, JEE 2012 question. Now, so see here, the distance traveled by a body moving along a line in time t is proportional to t cube. The acceleration time graph for the motion of the body will be how much? So moving along a straight line without changing direction, distance and displacement both are same, is it? So what is given here, students? Remember that here, which is given here according to the question. Now nothing is mentioned, so I can write here proportional to t cube here. Na? So x proportional to t cube, remove the proportional sign, some constant will come. X equal to, let's take here kt cube. What is k? K is constant here. Okay, students. Now after that here, we need which one? Acceleration time graph. So remember that here, next one here, if we talk about here the velocity. So velocity means dx by dt. So d by dt of kt cube, is it? So k is constant. Differentiation of t cube, how much here? 3t square here. Is it? 3t square here. Okay, this is also okay. Now after that here, students, next one, if we talk about here the acceleration here. So acceleration how much here? Kindly see here, dv by dt, is it? So d by dt of velocity how much here? See here, students, 3kt square here. So 3k is constant, and the differentiation of t square how much here? 2t, is it? So what it will come here, students? It will come here 6kt, is it? So if we talk about here acceleration, means we can write here a is coming directly proportional to t. A power 1, t power also 1. Which graph? Straight line motion, because both the sides power 1. We should know very well when straight line motion, circular path, elliptical path, rectangular hyperbola, all these basics I have discussed when I was talking about the straight line motion. I even taught all these things. Okay, so see here, A directly proportional to t. Which option is this? The correct option is your option B. Okay, A will increase with time here. No, great. Now students, after that, let's move to this question here. What is the question? See, JEE 2021 question, important for NEET. So see, the position, velocity and acceleration of a particle moving with a constant acceleration can be represented by constant acceleration, uniform acceleration. So see, 80 graph, 80 graph, 80 graph, everywhere uniform acceleration. That means we can't eliminate the options here. Na? A, B, C, all possibilities are there. But you remember that here, whenever the acceleration is the constant, na? What is this students here? Whenever the, let's say for example, acceleration is the constant. So what will happen to the velocity? Velocity means integration of a dt, is it? So a means c into dt. So see what will come here? V equal to c into t. In a very basic way we are doing here, we are considering a constant of integration is 0 by default always. No? So what will happen that here? V power 1 or t power 1? Which one? Straight line. So see here, velocity versus time graph is where straight line? Here. Is it? Here straight line. That means what is the possibility is this? Remember that here anyway this option A is wrong here. No, none of this, no possibility. So after that here maybe option B may be correct, option C may be correct, because see velocity time graph is what? A straight line. Now after that if we talk about here the position time graph here, no? So this kind of possibility is there. No? So see here, very basic we are doing here. So position is given by integration of V into dt, is it? So what will happen that here students, just put here the value of V, is it? So it will come here, see, ct into dt. No? So C is constant, integration of t dt means t square by 2, is it? So position is coming here, x equal to ct square by 2. So you can see very well, x power 1, t power 2. Which graph? Parabola graph. Open towards x-axis. Wherever power 1, in parabola what will happen? 1 power 1 and another power 2. For one variable power 1, for another variable power 2. Graph will be always open towards the variable of power 1. Okay, so x power 1 graph will be open towards which side? X power 1 here, is it? So anyhow, this one is also not possible. The correct option is what here the students say? The correct option is here, option B is the answer. Xt, Vt, At, this all three represents which kind of situation? Uniform acceleration here. Okay, great. Now students, see next one here, this question is, see the JEE 2023 question looking big but very very simple. See here, the position time graph for two students A and B returning from school to their homes are shown in figure. Okay, so some options are there. A lives closer to B, B lives closer to the school, A takes lesser time to reach home, A travels faster than B, B travels faster than A. So see, choose the correct option from the options given below. Okay, so remember that here which graph is given here? Position time graph. So which one is moving fast? Moving in a straight line. Okay, velocity will see. Okay, so remember that here students, see this one here, alpha, and okay, just see here. What I will do here? So see here, for A I have taken your alpha and for B I have taken your beta. You itself tell me which angle is more. You think and tell me which angle is more here anyhow. You can see very well students here, the beta is greater than alpha. Anyhow, that means we can tell very well, see, the tan beta is greater than tan alpha. Now, and after that if we will tell very well here students, we can tell here beta means B, that means velocity of B is greater than velocity of A. Which one is moving faster? B is moving faster. That means we can tell very well, see, B travels faster than A. But here multiple choices are there. But see, A lives closer to the school, B lives closer to the school. For that, what we have to do here, see here, see, they are moving from school to the home, is it? So whoever is living closer, anyhow, for that distance will be less, is it? So see here, the distance, see, the distance here, see. If we talk about here like this, see, if I talk about here XA, if I talk about here XB, you itself see and tell which one is lesser. XA is less than XB, is it? So anyhow we can tell very well, A lives closer to the school. So A and E will be correct option. It will be option 1 is the answer here. Okay students, and if we talk about here the time also, okay, one more thing. So see, if the velocity is more, time will be anyhow less. So TB is less than TA. B will take a less time than A. But here what they are telling that here A takes lesser time. No, B is taking lesser time here. Okay, so anyhow option C is wrong here, B is also wrong here, and this is also wrong here. So only A and E is correct here. Remember that here VB is greater than VA, velocity is more, so time will be anyhow lesser. Okay, great. Now students, let's see here question. This question is what? See here, which graph correctly responds to an object moving with a constant negative acceleration and a positive velocity? Okay, velocity is positive here. Anyhow you can see here, first, second, third, fourth graph everywhere first quadrant, that means velocity is everywhere positive, no problem. But we have to see here acceleration should be negative. So remember that here acceleration is given by here slope of the velocity time graph here, A equal to dv by dt. You know very well here students here, this acceleration will be negative when the what will be happen, the slope, acceleration is negative, that means slope should be also negative. and slope will be negative in which situation? When the angle is obtuse angle. Okay, for obtuse angle only what will happen that here, if you talk about the slope is given by, I told you very well, tan theta. For obtuse angle, tan theta will be negative, slope will be negative, acceleration will be negative here. Okay, so here what is happening that here, students, if we talk about here the first one here, so here you know what is happening that here, students, here what is happening that here, if we talk about here the slope means tangent. See, take here, I'll draw here the tangent. So here what is happening that here, obtuse angle negative, but after that, after crossing this point, what is happening that here, students, kindly see here, if I talk about the tangent here, see this tangent here, is it? So what is happening that here acute. So if I talk about, let's take here point A, no, from A to B, let's take A to B, you can see the slope is obtuse, acceleration is negative. Here horizontal line, acceleration 0, but after that what is happening that here, acute angle is there. That means after B, what is happening, acceleration is becoming positive. So what we can tell, negative acceleration, 0 acceleration, positive acceleration. Option A is not possible. Similarly, if we talk about the option B, you can see very well, it means the slope is keep on increasing, acceleration is keep on getting positive. That is also not possible here. Okay, here also what is happening that here, students, here also velocity versus time graph, they are telling here what a rectangular hyperbola is there, no, option D, and here what is this, option C. But remember that here what they are telling that here, moving with a constant negative acceleration and a positive velocity. Okay, so if you talk about here, what will happen that here, students, here the slope will keep on go like this, non-negative, here horizontal, then like this it will keep on go here, slope here. Okay, so at all the points what will happen that here, the angle, see here, if I talk about any point here, is it? So see here, if I draw here at point A, what is happening that here, kindly see the students, if I talk about the theta, obtuse angle, slope is negative, that means anyhow acceleration will be how much here, students, negative, is it? So here and here, if we talk about here, remember that here, whenever the constant acceleration is there, the graph will never be rectangular hyperbola. Which kind of graph will be there? As I have told you, remember that here, students, okay, now rectangular hyperbola, no possibility for the uniform acceleration. Now this kind of situation will exist. So correct option is here, option C. Remember that here, students, for uniform acceleration, the graph will never be rectangular hyperbola here. Now parabola kind of graph will be there here. Okay, is it? Great. So now, students, let's move to the next question here. So see here, the question is what here, see, choose the correct answer from the options given below here, is it? So see here, this kind of situation, this side position time graph, first column, and the column velocity time graph here. Okay, so we'll see one by one here. Let's take here A, B, C, D, no, and we'll see one by one, easy way, easy. Okay, so see here, students, here what is happening that here, as I have told you very well, see, if we talk about position time graph here, okay, one by one, no, because one thing remember that here, V equal to dx by dt. Now that means we can tell here the slope of position time graph will give us velocity here, is it? And for uniform acceleration, this kind of thing I have done. Xt graph will be what, a parabola. Okay, so parabola means uniform acceleration. Parabola means na xt graph is the like a parabola, uniform acceleration. That means the velocity will keep on increase with equal interval of time. That means for A means 2 will be the correct one. For A, what will match here? See A. For A, what will happen that is, students, for A this 2 will match here. Is it? Now, students, after that, if we talk about here, see here, students, if we talk about the D here, this D, what is happening that here, students, see, if I talk about the theta, this one represents the uniform velocity, because straight line and the slope is always constant, so uniform velocity. That means for D means first. So A is second, D is first. Where it is matching? A is second, D is first, A second, D first, A second, D first. That means anyhow, this option B is wrong and this option D also wrong here. Now possibility for which one is more here? For A and C is the more possibility. Okay, A and C possibility is this. Now after that we have to go for others also. So next one, if you talk about here, students, see this one here, C. So see what will happen that here, see the students, from here to here, let's take here 0 to T1, angle, acute angle, positive velocity, then T1 to, let's take here T, here angle is obtuse, negative velocity. So you can see the students here 0 to T1, positive velocity, then what is happening that here, T1 to T, T1 to T, this one here, is it? Negative velocity. So what is happened that here, for C we can tell here third. So for C, what is happening that here? Third here, is it? So C third means here C third, but C here fourth. So option C is also wrong here. So which one is correct option here? Option A is the correct answer. And for B, what will be there here, students? Remember that here for B. So for B, we can tell here, see, for B, it will come here, this one here, fourth here, now like this here. Here you can see here, rectangular hyperbola kind of thing is this. The slope will be, now obtuse angle will be there. If you will draw here the tangent and all that here, and velocity will be negative. Anyhow, we have just reached to the correct answer here. Is it? Great. Now students, after that, we'll move to the next one here. And here you can see here, students, what is the, see, a tennis ball is released from height h, and after freely falling on a wooden floor, it rebounds and reaches height h by 2. The velocity versus height of the ball during its motion may be represented graphically by schematic diagram is there. Okay. So what is happening that here? Remember that here the situation is what like this here. No? So the body is released from height h here. Is it released from height h, and it will hit the ground with some velocity here. Let's take here velocity v0, and when it has dropped the velocity, how much here? 0. Okay, released, that means drop here. After that, what is happening that here? It will just for representation purpose, again some velocity, and how much it is going here, students? It is just going height h by 2 here. Okay, what it is going here? Height h by 2 here. Now, so remember that here, here velocity and height is involved here. We can say here, okay, A to B falling down, then B to C going up. Now, so remember that here we can write here C equation, V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Is it? So if I use this equation from A to B, anyhow initial velocity is 0. Is it? So what we can tell here, see, V square is equal to 2AS. Okay, 2AS here. Anyhow here A will be G because falling under gravity here. So you can see very well here, students, here S means we can tell here H. What is this? S, we can tell here H. Now, and anyhow we are taking, let's take it downward, we have taken positive. So A is also positive, H is also positive. So V square H power 1. Which graph, students? V square H power 1. That means parabola. Which options are representing the parabola? Maybe this one, maybe this one. So A is also wrong, B is also wrong. Not possible. Parabola situation is there now. So you can see very well, students, here when the body will go down, what will happen? The velocity will keep on increase. Now, you are getting what I am telling? When the bodies keep on going down, what will happen? The velocity will increase. So where the velocity is increasing, you can see very well here, students, here. First velocity is 0, then after that it is keep on increasing here. Okay. So kindly see here, students, in this situation here. Here if we talk about here, students, here now you can see 1. We can tell here. Now, okay, just see here. Released from a height h here, released from height h. Here initial velocity how much here? 0. Okay, velocity is 0, and after that what is happening that here, students, here the velocities keep on increasing. Now keep on increasing here. Okay, so here also you can see very well, students, here at this point A, if we write here the coordinates h comma 0, is it? That means height is h, but velocity how much here? 0. No, then after that what is happening that here, you can see very well the velocities keep on increasing, and here at the highest point what is happening that here, students, here this velocity is becoming, let's take here V0 here. But what is happening that here, remember that one thing here, they are showing velocity negative. Okay, so what we can tell here, just for the being a safer side, now let's take, I have taken here this velocity is negative, no problem. Now means downward convention I have taken a negative. So anyhow what will happen that here, you know very well, acceleration will be minus, h will be also minus. See here please, it will become here, see, u square plus 2 minus g and minus h. Anyhow the equation will be same only, v square equal to 2gh here. Is it? 2gh here. Is it? Now after that what will happen that here, students? It will hit, it will reach from A to B. Now it has reached from A to B. Then after that what is happening that here? Velocity direction is changing. Suddenly first downward, then it is becoming upward, and upward let's take here positive. Now so shifted here, see, shifted here again velocity. Is it? Now after that how much height it is going here, students? Here it is going to the height h by 2, but the velocity will keep on decrease, and here also again velocity will become how much here? 0. So see, the velocities keep on decreasing, and here at height h by 2 again the velocity is becoming how much here? 0. Is it? So by analyzing all these things and all that, remember that here especially the parabola is there, not a semicircle and all that. It is here semicircle, but what is there? Parabola. Okay. So which option is correct here? The correct option is here. Option C is the answer here. Okay, students. So I hope so. This video in which we have discussed a lot of questions of the graph is very, very clear to you. Keep studying, keep growing.